Hello students, today we'll start with the program for writing circular convolution of two sequences using matrix method. Okay, so you all are aware of these three statements. Okay, so one is CLC, which clears command window, close all and clear all. Okay, clear all clears all X figures. Okay, now here I have defined the first sequence. I have defined the second sequence H. Okay, now N1 reads the length of X. Okay, then N2 reads the length of second sequence H. Okay, next T1 is the time sequence for first and T2 is the time sequence for second sequence. So T1 I have taken 0 in terms of 1 up till N1 minus 1 and T2 as 0 in terms of 1 in steps of 1 up till N2 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, N2 is what? N2 is the variable which stores the length of H. If you want, we'll now try to execute this. Okay, now when I evaluate this, see, it's asking me first sequence. So first sequence I'll put 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, now it's asking me second sequence. I'll enter 1, 1, 1. Okay, see what I had said. H is my second sequence 1, 1, 1. N1 is the matrix which reads the length of the sequence X, which is 4. You can see here. T1 is the time which starts from 0, varies in steps of 1 up till N1 minus 1. N1 is 4, so I get it as 3. Okay, N2 is the sequence or the matrix which stores the length of second sequence. So I have given 1, 1, 1. So number 3 samples are there. It varies from 0 up till N2 minus 1. N2 is 3, so 3 minus 1. Now what I had done here, I had executed all statements where I had used the subplot. Subplot is to tell the position. So at position 1 I want my graph of X, at position 2 I want my graph of H. So that is why I got this. So you can see it starts from 0, ends up till 3. Okay, now see, I have not put the title and other things, so I can put the title as first sequence. Okay, then X label, let me say it as time, and Y label, let me say it as magnitude. Okay, so similarly I'll take this and I'll label the second sequence also. Okay, now if I evaluate this, what happens? See, it's asking me to enter first sequence. I'll enter first sequence. Now it's asking me to enter second sequence. I'll enter this. See, it read what all it did. It read the first sequence 1, 2, 3, 1. We entered second sequence 1, 1, 1. N1 stores length of sequence first sequence, N2 reads length of second sequence. Then depending upon the time which you have mentioned, T1 and T2, it's going to plot the graph. So graph you can see, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 1, and here it is 1, 1, 1. Now we have labeled, so you can see the axis labeled. Okay, right with this. Next, okay, now see, we are trying to write the program to circularly convolve using matrix method. Okay, so let it be matrix method or any other method. First thing is we should have something called as zero padding. Okay, so for that what we do, I define a matrix N or variable n which stores maximum value out of n1 and n2. Okay, you know this statement, max of n1 minus n2. If you want, you can execute and see what this is giving you. See, n stores the value whichever is greater out of n1 and n2. See, n1 was storing the length of x sequence, which was 4, and n2 is saving the length of second sequence h, which is 3. So n will store whichever the variable whichever is maximum between 4 and 3. So n stores 4. Okay, so n max n1 n1 comma n2. Okay, right up till here. Now for zero padding, what we do, see, whichever sequence is greater, like now 4 minus 3, it means 1. So I have to put for the second sequence 111 0. Okay, to make two sequences equal. So what I'll write, if n1 is greater than n2, then what it has to do, it has to append zeros to the existing matrix. See, existing matrix is H, which is having 3 ones, 1 1 1. In front of 1 I need to put how many zeros now? n1 minus n2 zeros, that is 4 minus 3, that is 1 0. Okay, so I'll put zeros zeros command 1 comma n1 minus n2. Okay, else, see, in case else is means what, if n2 is greater than n1, then what it will do, it will modify the matrix X. Matrix X is what, 1 2 3 1. Okay, so if your H matrix is greater than X matrix, then n2 minus n1 zeros it will append after the matrix X. So X comma zeros 1 comma n2 minus n1. Okay, next end, we come out of the loop. Okay, now see, what is this statement doing? Let me show you this statement. Okay, okay, maybe it will be inside the loop, so I have to execute up till here. Okay, I'll do this, evaluate selection. Okay, see what it did, this program, n is equal to a max of n1 minus n2, so n stores 4. Okay, now it starts from if. What computer sees, what MATLAB sees, n1 is greater than n2. Okay, n1 is what, length of sequence x, and n2 is length of sequence y, h. Okay, so n1 is 4. So what it does, H matrix, what was your H matrix? It was 111. Okay, you can see here. Okay, or else I'll show you here only. See, H matrix was 111, but I want to make this H sequence equal to X sequence. So what I'll put, I'll go for zero padding. How many zeros I'll put? This 4 minus 3, that is 1 0. Okay, so same thing it has done here. Okay, it sees if n1 is greater than n2, then it appends n minus 1 zeros to the existing H matrix. See this symbol, see this bracket I've used. Okay, these are my square brackets which we use to define a matrix. Else it would have modified my sequence X. Okay, I hope up till here it is clear. Okay, now what we have to do, we'll define a sequence x1 which gives me transpose of x. Okay, I'll define h1 which gives me transpose of h. Okay, I'll store these values in a temporary variable h1. Okay, now see, 1 minute. Okay, now see, if I execute this, okay, let me execute. Okay, so if I execute this, I'll evaluate this. See, x1 was what? Your x was what? 1 2 3 1. Okay, so now I have given x transpose, so it has become 1 2 3, which was your row matrix, now is converted to column matrix. Okay, see, up till here these three statements I'll execute or evaluate. Okay, see. Okay, now same h1 I have stored in the temporary variable. Okay, why I have done this I'll tell you now. Okay, as we go ahead. Okay, now for I 1 is to n minus 1, okay, now temp equal to CI or C SHIFT circ shift temp comma 1. Okay, h1 is equal to horse cat h1 comma temp end. Okay, so let me first show you. Okay, I'll execute this part. Oh, okay, sorry, what I'll do, evaluate this part. Okay, now see what it did. Okay, okay, now see, it was storing here, right? See here h1, see x1 is transpose of x, so you get x1 as this, h1 you get transpose of h, you get this. Now for I is equal to 1 up till n minus 1, what you get? h1. Okay, okay, so temporary in TEMP what we had stored? 1110. Okay, we had stored sorry, this is TEMP, right? TEMP, yeah. Evaluate. Right, see here x is converted now. Okay, h is converted, temporary is converted. Okay, right, now we'll come back here. Now see, it's telling for I is equal to I starting from 1. Okay, now see, we had not ended it, we'll end it here, we'll start it from here and here, right? See what all it is doing. Okay, see, if I show you help, horse cat. Okay, see, horse cat command stands for horizontal concatenation. Okay, so it will show you now. Okay, so if you simply just browse what you mean by concatenation. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, okay, concatenation means what? Linking together, okay, in chain or series. It means we somewhere it is stuck. Chalo, no issues. Okay, so what does this statement do? It concatenates. Okay, see this command. Okay, circular shift. Okay, circ shift stands for circular shifting. Okay, in your theory you all have done circular shifting. So it circularly shifts the variables or the matrix temp. What is there in matrix temp? H1. What is H1? It is transpose of H. Okay, so this whole thing is now stored in h1, which is horizontal concatenation of h1 comma temp. Okay, if it allows you, you please do it step by step evaluation, because here somewhere the things are stuck and not working. Okay, I would try to get you the answer somewhere here. See, this was the value, okay, of horizontal concatenation. See, h1 was what first? H1 was 1110, right? H1 was 1110, which we had saved in temp. Okay, now see, x1 is transpose of x. X1 was transpose of x. H1 was transpose of h. That we had stored in the variable temp. Okay, then what we had given? Temp we had given. See, for I is equal to 1 to n minus 1. Okay, I is equal to n minus 1 say. So when I equal to 1, temp gets circularly shifted by 1. Okay, so see, circular shifting, may what you do? You shift 0 here, 1 will be at this position, this one will come at this position, this one will come at 0 position. So you get for n equal to 1. Sorry, for I equal to 1. I equal to 1 के लिए temp would be what? 0 triple 1, and h1 would be what? See, h1 would be 1 1 1. See, concatenation. Okay, you can see here meaning of concatenation. See here what I have said, horse cat. Okay, horizontal concatenation of h1 comma temp. h1 itself is one matrix. h1 itself is this matrix. Okay, now this temp is having which value? This circular shifted value of temp. Okay, so h1 command, sorry, horzat command, it puts this matrix, h1 matrix, in front of h1 matrix it will put temp matrix and store it in h1. Okay, देखो इधर, you can see here. See, for n equal to 1, see what happened here. This was your temp matrix 1110. No, sorry. It was 0 111, right? It was 0 111. See, 0 111. Okay, so h1 is what? 1110 and 1110. Okay, see the matrix. Okay, so now we'll go ahead. Right, so y is equal to, now we'll have concatenation is done. Now we'll go with the next one. Last, we'll convolve it. n3 is equal to length of what? Y. Okay, t3 equal to, it starts from 0 in terms of 1 is to n3 minus 1. Subplot, I need to plot that output, right? So I'm doing the things with this. Stem t3 comma y. Right with this. Now we'll try evaluating all this. See, the answer you already have with you of one convolving two sequences. One sequence is 1 2 3 1, the other sequence is 111. Okay, so I'll evaluate the selection. Okay, so I start evaluating. I'll enter first sequence 1 2 3 1. I'll enter second sequence 1 1 1. See, my work is over. Okay, now I'll show you. If you have written the commands line by line, you can go on reading it. So first what I did, I defined a variable x, okay, which is defined here. Next I defined a variable h, which is 111. n1 I had defined a matrix which stores the length of x, which is 4 here. See, there are 4 samples. t1 I had defined as the time starting from 0 in steps of 1 up till n1 minus 1. So n1 was 4. Okay, so n1 minus 1 is my 3. Okay, next n2 was my variable which stores the value of length h, or length of h, which is sequence of sample 3. So my n2 was 3, t2 0 in steps of 1 up till n2 minus 1. N was storing the value maximum out of n1 and n2. Okay, right? Now h, okay, then what we did, we started with the if statement. So now this decided MATLAB, when we did with if n1 is greater than n2, what it did, it came to know that n1 is greater than n2. Okay, n1 is 4 and n2 is 3. It means what it did, it chose h, okay, which is in the square brackets h. See, you come here, what is your h? See, you are here. Okay, it saw that n1 is greater than n2. So your h matrix will be what? This h itself. Okay, then it will add how many zeros? n1 minus n2 zeros. Okay, 1 is number of rows here. Okay, so see, your h matrix was 111. Then it added n1 minus n2 zeros. Okay, so it executed this loop and ended here. Okay, now what we did, x1 is what? Transpose of x. Okay, we wrote a statement where we want x1 as a transpose of x, which was row matrix. Now it's converted to column matrix. Similarly, h1 is converted to column matrix. Okay, right? Then we used a variable temp, a temporary variable, where we store the value of h1. Okay, right? Now for I values, see, then we started the next loop where we started with the I values starting from 1 to n minus 1, matlab 1 to 4 minus 1. See, n was 4. Okay, 4 minus 1 is 3. So 1 to 3 it will calculate. Okay, and that many times temporarily it will go on shifting the temp. Okay, temp matrix, it will go on circularly shifting by 1. Okay, so see, when n equal to 1, my temp was once shifted. Temp was this, right? 1110. Now this 0 comes up and the positions get shifted. Okay, next, see, it is what? For I is equal to 1, temporary एक shift हुआ. Then h1 is what? Horizontal concatenation. It will keep h1 and in front of that h1 it will put that temp matrix. So what was h1? h1 was 1110 and your temp one was temp was what? 0111. Okay, temp was 0111. Correct. So your h1 is horsecat h1 matrix with temp matrix. Okay, then what it will do, it will come back here, it will see read here it will read end. Okay, so in I equal to 1 is over, then it will come back to this loop, it will check I equal to 2. I equal to 2 को क्या हो जाएगा, here 0, ये सी 0 एक बार ऊपर आया था, now 0 will once again shift and you get this. Okay, so अभी h1 will be what? This matrix. See, this matrix, इसके आगे it will put this matrix 1011. Okay, this is for n equal to 2. Now similarly for n equal to 3, what happens? The 0 will shift by one more position, right? And in front of this h1 matrix, this temp will get added. See, 1110, this last element. Okay, right up till here. So up till here, what it did, it came here and did I for the values 4 minus 1, that's equal to 3. So 3 times circular shifting of temporary matrix is done. Okay. Now mathematically, how you calculate y equal to h1 cross or h1 convolution with x1. Okay. So the same thing I had written here. Okay, it's written here, right? Now when you multiply, you get y equal to 5466. Okay, so this 5466 is my answer for circular convolved sequence. Okay, circular convolved sequence. And n3 is a new variable in which I have stored the values, length of y. Okay, only for the purpose of a graph. So see, this is what is the graph I am getting. Okay, I hope the program was clear, right? Okay, thank you.